Hi everybody, we're here again today, and this week we're doing New Zealand food. So today I'm going to make a couple of recipes for you. The first one is going to be oven roasted sweet potatoes with beets. That was one of the recipes I found that looked really interesting, but I love sweet potatoes and I love beets, so I wanted to give this a try. So we're going to start with some beets, some sweet potatoes here that were peeled and parboiled, so boiled until they were about halfway done. And then I got some beets at the store which were already cooked, which are great, these kind of beets to use in any of the recipes, so this way you don't have to cook them ahead of time. So we're gonna mix those in there along with one red onion sliced really thin. Just gonna toss these around a bit. Okay. Then in here we have a quarter of a cup of olive oil and a quarter of a cup of lemon juice that I'm gonna pour in here. And some rosemary, fresh rosemary from my garden that I chopped up. I'm just gonna toss it all together. And then it's gonna go in the oven and it's gonna roast for about 20 minutes. Oh, that smells so good, that lemon and rosemary. All right, that looks so good. Go on this baking sheet. I'm just going to spread it around. There we go. And into a preheat oven it goes. So my oven's set at 350. And in it goes. And I'm going to set the timer for about 20 minutes. There we go. And we're going to let that do its thing. Okay, there goes my timer. I'm going to check my potatoes and see how they look. Oh boy, they do smell heavenly. Just going to toss them around a little bit. And I think I'm going to put them back in. Oh, I can smell that lemon. It smells so good. There we go. Put them back in for about 15 minutes this time. Now we're gonna do, they're called the Southland cheese rolls, and they're the Southland sushi of New Zealand. So here's how it goes. We're gonna start with a cup of evaporated milk into the pot. We have 2 cups of shredded cheese, and here I have Colby and Jack cheese. That's gonna go in here. You can use cheddar cheese, whatever cheese you like that melts well. Don't use a cheese that doesn't melt well. And a cup of finely chopped onions. 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. And half an envelope of onion soup. So let me figure out about half an envelope of this. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so we need to heat this through until the cheese is melted and all the flavors are all blended together. There we go. So you're just gonna keep stirring this until the cheese is melted. Okay, so now as you can see, the cheese is melted. All those flavors have come together. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this cool for a few minutes before we fill our bread and make our cheese rolls. So I'm gonna take it off the heat and just let it cool for a bit. I already did one to see how it looked. So now we have our cheese in here. I cooled it down and I am going to spread it on the bread. Just like that. And then we take it and roll it. There we go. Let's try another one. Now I'm using wheat bread, but you can use white bread. It has to be a soft bread so you can roll it. Don't try to use a crusty bread. It has to be soft. Oops, this one doesn't want to stay down. All right, let's finish these up. Okay. 2 more. And 1 more. I don't know if any of you have been to New Zealand, but I would love to go to New Zealand. My daughter went there for her honeymoon and she loved it. New Zealand is well known for their lamb. I don't know if you guys like lamb. Okay, so now we have some melted butter here in the pot. And we're gonna take the butter and I'm gonna brush the rolls with the butter. There we go. You probably could almost do this as a grilled cheese, but you want the effect of the cheese rolls like they do in New Zealand. Okay, so we're gonna throw these in the oven for about 15 minutes. All right, let's check our rolls and potatoes. Ooh. There are rolls. Boy, they smell good. I smell those onions. And our potatoes look done as well. Those look good too. I'm gonna grab a fork. Just want to poke these potatoes to make sure, yeah, they're cooked through. Yeah, they are. Oops. Okay. These look good. Okay, so here we have our Southland cheese rolls, and over here we have our sweet potatoes and beets roasted in the oven. So these are 2 of the recipes that I found, and I hope you get to try them. If not, try whatever recipes you found and have fun cooking. That's the most important thing, is to have fun. Okay, I hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you next time. Bye.